What do you hate about yourself?
That I'm always trying to please people.
Why? What happens if you don't please people?
Well, it's uncomfortable. I don't like that feeling.
Okay. How are you trying to please all of us here?
Well, I came up here.
But in terms of just being you, what are you afraid we will see about you that will not please us? Shadow question. What about you is so terrible that if you just drop your guard and were you, a part of you thinks we'd all run away. Oh my God.
Rationally, I know there's nothing wrong with me.
It's the right answer. There is nothing wrong with you. But that's what I'm saying. Ask that part of you.
Yeah.
Meaning there's you now where you know the right answer. Hey, you know what? Rationally, and you're right. There is nothing wrong with you. But a part of you, that virus inside saying, yes, there is. Yes, there is. Ask that part of you and verbalize that so we can get to work.
But I think that's something that's come through past relationships with people.
But that's in the, ask it.
And I allowed it to happen because I stayed years.
But in this moment, ask that part of you inside, why can't we just be and relax? Why are we so tense? Ask it. Or can I talk to it? Can I talk to that part of you?
Which part?
What is your name?
Pamela.
Pamela. Look at me. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I want to talk to that. I know. Don't look away. That's part of that voice, and we cannot be seen crying and feeling. Own it. This is you. Pamela, trust me. Look at them. You can do it. Why? Okay. Stay with it. Don't disown this. You don't have to look at them if you don't want to. But my question to you is this. Why does a part of you believe this is unacceptable? You can't be seen like this.
Now, before things start getting intense here, if you're looking to go through a similar process yourself and receive direct feedback from me personally, no matter where you find yourself in the world, then click the link below this video right now and apply for online coaching. This is my signature program, so click the link and I'll see you in there.
Why does a part of you believe that being seen as being weak is so terrible? Because here's the thing, what's most personal is most universal. That's what connects. She's human. She's not some goddess robot or sociopath who feels nothing. Why hide it? What happened in the past when you felt weak that was so bad you had to hide it? Shadow question. It's right there. When did you start crafting this front? I must be strong, never weak, never show anyone that I cry or feel anything. When do you start putting on that front? When all that pressure and heaviness. Deep breaths. Stay with it. Don't reject yourself.
I can't really remember exactly when. But maybe when my grandma died.
Okay. In this moment, what's that voice saying in your head? Show them how you feel. What's it saying? Oh no, oh no. Why? Why oh no? Ask it. Ask yourself.
Ask myself what?
Why did you hide before? Nothing wrong with it. Don't self-attack, but ask. Be curious. Why did I hide before? What does that voice say? And if it gives you comfort,
I didn't want people to know that they got to.
Ooh. If it gives you comfort, who can relate to this, by the way? Raise your hand. Oh, I thought it was just you. Look at that. Who here, like you, who here feels emotional even seeing this? Like it actually impacts you deeply inside. Wait a minute. Oh, your ego hates. Can you face them? They're all raising their hands saying they connect. Can you inspire them? Say, here's me.
Here's me.
Give her a hand. Take it in. Take it in. Yeah. This, like, by the way, there's massive isn't even enough, like so much respect. But this here, the clap, is what your ego hates so badly. Why? Because what does the ego say? It's just you. It's only you. No one else can relate. No one else feels like this. There's something wrong with you. Isolation. But in reality, what's most personal is most universal. Like, this is connecting. And I hope you take in this reference for next time that little voice is like, so weak. It's like, everyone connects with this. It's called being human. Whoa, we're all human. Yeah, it's a human, literally, yes, it is. And there's nothing wrong with it. And that's where all of us must analyze the conditioning. When and where and what and who conditioned you to believe being me, feeling what I'm feeling is not okay. Now, ads and social media will amplify this. You'll see it left and right. Everything is be stronger, be better, more money, more success, more travel, more validation. Look at the people on Instagram. They're living this life. Look at your life. Better, better, better. You're not enough. You're not enough. You're not enough. Do not fall for that. And I know it's hard. I say this and it goes in one ear and out the other. But like, do not fall for it. I know a lot of people who many look up to on social media, and their life is not social media. It isn't. It's a facade. It's a front. They feel, just like I hope a part of you realize here, the same way you feel. Whatever you think is unique to you is actually the most universal thing ever. Now, you might see some people cope with it better than others, but they're still coping. They didn't solve it. They're just coping. Now, part of, as we talked about before, self-love means not abandoning yourself, even when you feel this. Saying, oh, no, stuffing it down or looking away is abandoning yourself. Meaning...
But I lost myself a long time ago.
How so?
Because I had weak boundaries and I just accepted things.
But did you lose yourself? I don't see someone who's lost herself.
Maybe not lose myself, but I abandoned myself.
Okay. But you're not doing it now?
No, I'm trying to get that back.
Did you ever watch Star Wars?
I should say yes, but it was a very long time ago, so I don't remember.
Anyone watch Star Wars? There's a famous line in Star Wars that goes, only a Sith speaks in absolutes. Do you remember that? Yeah. Never, always, etc. Meaning, maybe a younger version of you abandoned herself, but don't turn that into an absolute. You're here. Showing up at this event means you didn't abandon yourself. Showing up here on stage means you did not abandon yourself. You're here.
Yeah.
So, no, you didn't abandon yourself.
Well, I'm trying to get back to...
You're not trying, you're doing it.
Okay, I'm doing it then.
Yeah, this isn't trying, you're doing it. Younger you might have temporarily, but you're here. Don't fall for the lie. You abandon yourself, it's over, forever. No, get out of there. You didn't, you're here, you're crushing it. You're doing 10 out of 10. Ask them, 10 out of 10? Yes. 10 out of 10. Like, what more, for real, for everyone, what more do you want from yourself than this? Why isn't this like it's inspiring everyone? This is most likely the most impactful moment of this entire speech. You, not even me. You. For anyone who's like, I want to be entertained. Not me. You.
I just came up crying.
But it's not the crying, it's the willingness to actually be authentic. Anyone can come on and be like actors, like, little onion in my, cry. No, this is authentic, and we feel it, and people connect with it. It's pre-verbal. It's like, whoa, she is willing to embody parts of herself that she disowned. And for everyone here, it connects with them because they're asking themselves, what's my version of that? If she can do it, maybe I can too. Maybe there are some parts of myself that I'm stuffing down that I can also just release some of that resistance and embody more that is me. You're doing it. Massive respect, and I hope you let that success land. Even just this. and this is another thing the ego will do, that was the basic step. You need to do so much more. No, take in the win. Like, I hope it's landing. Like, you should go home after this event.
Well, just that I came up here is a win, so I'll take that.
It is.
Because
But even more than that, you should go home on cloud 9 and celebrating yourself. I mean, like, yes, I did that. And let's keep riding this wave of wins. For real. It's like, have big goals, but celebrate every win no matter how small. And by the way, when I say no matter how small, I really mean no matter how small. This got my first glimpse of this, because I'm someone who's hyper, as you might have noticed just by the way my mind works and how analytical and I am, I'm very critical, especially of myself. And this is years ago. I traveled with a friend of mine, and we were on the plane, and he was writing on his computer. His name's Alex. And any word he would write, he would be like talking out loud in the plane. Good one. He's Australian. Good one, Alex. Good one, good one. And I'm like, this guy's like celebrating his typing. And I was baffled. I'm like, he's like, good spelling, good one, yeah, mate, and tapping himself. I'm like, but there was a certain level of genius to it where this guy was always in a good mood. And I was like, well, that's interesting. Meaning, why not celebrate? You wake up in the morning, I woke up. Good one, you're awake, mate. Good one, yeah, go. Oh, let's type. Oh, look at this email. Hello, I typed hello perfectly. Yes, let's go take a shower. I'm showering. Yes, clean, mate. Good one, yeah. Non-stop. Why not be like that? People are like, well, then it'll take away from my goals. No, have big goals. But ride that wave of positive momentum. Celebrate everything, no matter how small. Every win. It really helps. For real. For you, showing up here at this event, win. Walking up here, win. Speaking your truth, win. Tearing up, crying, embodying it, win. Everything's a win. You're crushing it. So far, you're 10 out of 10. I'm impressed. I'm like, oh my God, win, 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 win. Show us your ways. Tell me how you do it. The laugh, win. The smile, win. Looking at me, win. You're winning. The ego hates that. It's like, no, I'm melting. Stop with the wins. You're doing great. You are. Are you ready to amplify it a little bit more? No, stay stuck. Let's go sit down. That was enough wins. No more winning for us. Do you dare challenge your ego a little bit more?
sure.
There's a win. Win. Yes. No. Up in the middle. No, don't do it. Whew. Crushing it. So many wins. Now, ready to dive deeper? You think you got this?
Even more.
Yeah. We're just scratching the surface. It's just the tip. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
One thing at this moment here for everyone, diving deep is scary. You've probably heard me talk about facing fear's bluff, meaning it is a bluff. Meaning perhaps a younger version of you, diving deep, was too scary and too overwhelming and you could not do it. And that's okay. But you are not that same version of you. That's what we talked about before. You are stronger than you think right now. And that's the younger conditioning. No, we can't. Back when I was in school, it threatened our survival. And that's why the same survival instinct gets activated. But it's a bluff. Younger you, maybe, but not current you. You're stronger and you got this. So, diving deep, let's explore that fear. Being seen, being emotional. Why is that scary or bad? Deep breaths, and you got this. And stay with it. Deep breaths, relax into it. And this is all on you. You have to ask yourself, listen to that voice inside. What is it saying? If it helps, verbalize it, because then I can help you with it. What's going on inside?
I can't hide anymore.
Ask it. Ask your ego's best case scenario. What would you hide?
What I would hide?
How does your ego want you to be perceived? Like, what's the best case scenario for that voice in your head? Say this were to end and you crushed it from that perspective. What does it hope for? How does it want people to see you?
Well, with my head held high.
What else? Talk to it, ask inside.
More confident.
Head held high, confidence. What else?
More secure.
More secure. Now ask it, what would happen if people didn't see us that way?
Well, I know nothing will happen.
That's the right answer. Ask it. I'm not asking you, I'm asking it. Like, say everyone leaves here and they're like, ugh, her head was hung so low. No confidence, not secure at all. Then what? What would happen? What does that say about
I
you?
would be disappointed
Why?
in myself.
Why? Why do you need them to see you that way?
Because I don't want to fail.
What happens if you fail? Deep breath, stay with it. Yep. Why is failure that bad or scary? What does failure say about you? And what even is failure? Deep breaths. Don't reject yourself. When did you start putting so much pressure on yourself not to fail?
I've always had it.
Why? Why? Stay with it.
Because I want to be loved.
By who?
Anyone.
What would that do? Say anyone were to love you, then what? What does that change in you?
Maybe I need to love myself.
Good awareness. Little challenge. Can you say it louder so they hear you? Own it.
But I need to love myself. I don't want somebody to love me. I need myself to love me.
That's right. Now this here, and by the way, give her a hand. Huge. Take it in. Take it in. Huge. Now, this is a trap that many people fall into. I've definitely fallen into it myself, where we try to delegate self-love. Meaning, hey, if I can Julien himself come up here on stage and get all of you to love me, it's going to give me permission to love myself. So we delegate or outsource self-love. And we will do this in two ways. Width, right? If I get 100 people to love me, maybe it gives me permission to love myself. Or depth. If I get this one person to obsess over me and love me no matter what, then I could love myself. But then you're creating unnecessary barriers. Barriers to self-love. Meaning, you're not after their approval or anyone else's approval. You're after your own. But you locked your own approval behind a door that says, I need X amount of people to love me first. Then I can unlock that door. And that's what all of us do, by the way. We take parts of ourselves and we put it behind doors. The door could be, I need all these people to approve of me. Once they do, yay, this part of me's back. I need to make X amount of money. Once I'm rich, this part of me's back. Once I'm in shape, then I can reclaim this part of me. Why? You can have those goals, great goals, but don't turn them into barriers. It's what we talked about before. Self-love is not the destination, it's the starting point. Love yourself first and then go for that. And a rule is whatever you're seeking out there, you're actually craving it in here. You're not after external approval, you're after your own approval. You just think that external approval will unlock your own approval.
My own approval doesn't mean as much.
So why don't you value yourself? That's the shadow question. My own approval doesn't mean as much. That means you don't value your own approval. Why? Why do you value them or me above you? Why is you not enough for you?
Because I've made a lot of mistakes.
Ooh, you're the only one. Woo. Anyone here make mistakes in life? Oh my gosh. Oh. It's just you. It's not. How do you expect yourself to not make any mistakes? Everyone makes mistakes. You do realize, by the way, for everyone with mistakes, you always do what you think is the best option at any point in time. If you rewind time, you do the same thing. You would never pick something that was like, that's not the best option, let's go for that. You always do. Now, in hindsight, after the fact, you might look back and be like, oh, I messed up. But you only know that after the fact. You can't know before. So what you're doing is you're judging younger you for not knowing any better, but you're projecting your current perspective in younger you. Based on what we know now, you should have known. I couldn't. You should have. That's unfair. You can't. And so what if you make mistakes? Do you have children?
No.
Say you had a child. Say I was your child. Young baby Julien. Say I made a mistake. Would you love me less?
No.
I made a really bad mistake. I messed up. Not just one, I made a lot of mistakes.
But I know it's human to make mistakes.
But do you still love me?
Yeah.
How much percent of love did I lose?
Well, that depends on what you did. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I made the same mistakes you made in your life. How do you feel about me?
I would pity.
Pity? But would you love me less? Not even 1% less?
No.
So why is it different for you? Why do you withdraw self-love from yourself? That doesn't mean approving of what you did, by the way. You can disapprove. Guess what? I have 2 daughters. If they make mistakes, am I going to approve of their mistakes? Great job! No. Hey, that was not okay. No, I will not approve of it. Will I stop loving them? No, I'm going to love them regardless. Same with you and yourself. You can disapprove of yourself, of your behavior and things you did. Yeah. But don't attach self-love to that. You're in a relationship with you. Yeah, maybe you made mistakes. That doesn't mean don't love you. Especially since you're stuck with you for life. You're chained to yourself till you die. Embrace or resist yourself. That's the choice. Embracing leads to a much more pleasant experience alive than resisting. Last thing, what's scary about loving yourself, even with all those mistakes? Fully loving yourself. And ask that part of you. If you were to fully love yourself, 100%, you look at yourself in the mirror and like, I love myself, and it's authentic, and you pass a lie detector test, what would that threaten? What do you lose if that were to happen and be true?
Probably people around me.
How so? If you were to love yourself, you'd lose people around you? How?
Well, I said it before, I'm people pleasing, and
Final question. Who matters more, you or them?
me.
That's right. So fuck them. If you, for everyone, lose people by being real, it means they never actually liked you. They like the persona. Now, that doesn't mean be bitter and hate them. No, it's just like, hey, you know what? I portrayed myself as this. Here's me. Do you still like me? Yes or no? If no, no hard feelings. Done. But here's me. Don't reject yourself to fit in. And that's back to what we talked about earlier, making that pact with yourself, saying, hey, is it worth it? Am I ready to actually change? It's not comfortable. Yeah, it's going to disrupt the external. People will resonate with the fake people pleaser you. They're not going to like necessarily the real you. However, you don't know till you do it. The ego will tell you, you'll lose everyone. Every single person. Not necessarily. Find out. But in the end, as we talked about, you're craving self-approval. Self-approval, like, even if everyone's like, screw this person, staying true to you is the way. Never sell out. Because that's ultimately what people pleasers do. They sell out. No different than you see celebrities like sell out for money, bands sell out for money and their music turns to shit. That's what we do with ourselves. I'm going to sell out on my authenticity for approval. You're the same thing. Stop selling out. Stay true. So what if you have less fans? You got you, and that's the most important. So, you ready for the final thing?
Yes.
Oh boy. For that, because I know it's going to be intense. Stand in the middle. You're going to have to lead it from now on. All the way to the front in the middle. Ready? Looking at this crowd. One step further in the middle. Take 5 seconds, even 10 seconds, and look at a few people in the eyes. Connect with them. Being seen. Okay? Fully being seen, and let's see if we can express some of that authenticity. Scream as loud as you can. Give her a hand. Great job. Now pause. What's your mind saying?
That wasn't so bad.
Hell yeah. Wasn't so bad at all. It was great. Can you do a bit more?
More?
Yeah.
Screaming?
That was a good start. It was a great start. 10 out of 10 start. Let's do more. Celebrate the win. We won. More. Good. Now, what's your mind saying? You're doing so great. My gosh, it's inspiring. And I'm not being sarcastic. I fucking swear. I mean it. It's 10 out of 10. What's your mind saying?
My lungs can't take it anymore.
Okay. Well, let's scream with your entire body then. Because you're screaming up here. What does a full, heroic scream, a Scandinavian scream, sound like? Better? Really good? Now,
Can't anymore.
you can. That's the ego. You're too weak. You can't do more than that, weakling. You can. However, you're going to have to put your body into it. Meaning, let go. It's hard if you're stifled. Think of when you go to the bathroom. Do you tense up when you poo? For any of you, what happens if you tense up when you poo? It's not good. You relax. Here, there's stifled energy, and you're trying to force it out. Doesn't work. It hurts, and it's a small string. You want to loosen it. Loosen, I call this the constipation of expression. Loosen it. Meaning, relax, relax, shake it out. Taylor Swift, shake it out, shake it out. Say, brrrr. Brrrr.
My mouth.
Yeah, motorboat it. Brrrr. Come on. Or if you can't, start small. Say. No, well, that was. Tune back into the child version of you. God, my daughters were up here. They'd be like, like, do it, do it. Your ego hates it. Yeah. Now louder. Everyone do it. Everyone. There you go. Now, motorboat it. Everyone, motorboat it. Good. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Now jump up and down 3 times. And stop touching it. Like up, up. 3, 2, 1. Give her a hand. Woo. Beautiful. Look at that. Yes. Take it in. Be like. Let it land. Final thing. What's your mind saying? That was insanely inspiring. God, that was. Do you realize it? Like, who else would come up here, bibble it out, motorboat it back, scream it out, and have the whole crowd go like, insane? You let a big crowd. Your ego must hate it. Your ego's like, no, remember you are nobody. Stay small and hide in the shadows. Oh, look at all this ammo you have against your ego now. What's your mind saying? Final thing, what's that voice saying?
Oh my God.
Now, the final thing I'll leave you with, a lot of inner work letting go to be done to make this permanent. But take in this reference. Remember it. Hey, you did it in front of this big-ass crowd.
Yeah.
What's the difference now doing it in public or 1 or 2 people, with your friends, family, work? Can you inject more of the real you? Here's what I want you to do, just to really anchor this. Back in the middle, I want you to lead them in a blah, 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 scream. Meaning, I'm not going to say it. You're going to have to tell them, everyone stand up. And they're all going to stand up, and you're going to have to say, and then they follow you, and you say 3, 2, 1, and then everyone screams. Ready? I'm going to follow it too. So it's like I'm sitting down.
Okay. Everybody please stand up.
Wait, we can't hear you. No. They have to hear you at the back.
Can
You
everybody
just did it.
stand
No,
up,
say,
please?
no, not can. Say,
Please.
everybody. No, please. Everybody stand up.
Everybody stand up.
A little bit more. Say, come on.
Come on.
Yeah. Now what? What do we do? We're all standing up.
Well, I don't know what this is called.
The bibble bibble.
Everybody do the bibble bibble with me. And now 1, 2, 3, scream!
Give her a hand! Arms out, take it in! Arms out, own it! Be like, yes! Yes!
Now, what you just watched here is just a small piece of a larger system and process. So what you want to do now is click this video here to see exactly what I'm talking about and how it all fits together.